As the U.S. and China battle over trade issues, one of the most important elements is getting the least attention. We're not talking about the so-called rare earth minerals. We are talking about that. And Brian Sullivan is here. He joins us right now from Mountain Pass, California this morning. Brian, tell us more about the rare earths materials. I've seen some of the shots. They look incredible.
Thank you very much, Becky. I had to go back to high school chemistry and geology class to understand this stuff, but it's incredibly important. And really, the timing is interesting. You heard Phil LeBeau talk about that Hamtramck plant that they want to use for GM and electric cars. Well, guess what? If you want an electric car, if you want a missile guidance system, if you want an iPad or an MRI machine, you've got to use these customized and very specific magnets. Those magnets are made by some of the stuff, neodymium, et cetera, the rare earths that come from the mine like this. Now, this is the old Molycorp mine. That was a trader's favorite stock a number of years ago. Molycorp went bankrupt. This facility, basically in Mountain Pass, California, was shuttered down for a couple of years. A couple people here just kind of keeping it going. A hedge fund in Chicago bought it. They have reopened it, and they are drilling for these rare earth minerals. And yes, we got to watch a very nice explosion yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Here's the battle, though. This stuff that we use that you really never talk about is so vital to the supply chain. But here's the problem. We used to be the world leader. China took that over. They flooded the market. Prices crashed. This mine couldn't make any money, and so it went out of business. China, which controlled almost none of the market 20 years ago, is now almost all of the market, either through their own supplies or, more importantly, the refining. Even though we are in California, about 10 miles this side of the Nevada border, the stuff they take out of here, they grind it down almost like to a flour, like a very, very fine salt type format. They've got to ship it to China to be refined, because China doesn't play by the same environmental rules that we have to here. There's a lot of refining with dangerous acids there. They've got a distinct cost advantage. Obviously, this mine is trying to change that. These elements, guys, there's really 17 of them, but there's 5 that are key. They're so crucial to national defense and economic security that the Trump administration ordered an executive order to basically say, hey, we got to secure our supply lines here. If you look at that, this is a big deal, guys. Now, the market itself is not that big. Okay, the total market of the rare earths is about $160 million what we import. And you say, okay, that's a rounding error. But the total end of the supply chain, the Teslas, the iPads, all the stuff you make using these minerals is in the trillions of dollars. So the Trump administration has said this is crucial to national and economic security. And this mine, been operational now for a little bit. They're trying to get the refining portion up so they can do the whole thing here. If that occurs in the next year, it'll give the U.S. about a 10 to 15% market share just from this one mine alone. A little random but interesting fact, Becky, because I know you like that. If you had a color TV in the 1960s, 1970s, and 1980s, that screen on the color TV was made possible. Every color TV in the world was made possible by the output, the neodymium, from this mine here in Mountain Pass, California. Obviously, that's more fun. Now it's a lot more serious in terms of the total supply chain. And we're going to be here all day telling the story about China and why the U.S. failed at rare earths. And now we're trying to bring this industry entirely back.